Now, I downloaded it. This is it, but I don't know how to use this thing, so that's hence the demo page. So hopefully the demo page has some decent instructions for me to help me out over here. Okay, this is the cool block. Awesome, I guess. Let me see. I'm going to need to look at the code over here. So this is how this is being implemented. He's putting this now, just like you could put embedded styles into your document, you could embed JavaScript code, and that's exactly what this guy's doing over here. For his example anyway, he's not suggesting you put it in yours, but this stuff over here is what we would put in our JavaScript, in our script.js file. And really what I see here, which is pretty common for all plugins, is you target a div. Now you're going to have to give your div a unique name. Now here he's saying pound my own block. Now if you recall, we created a div container for ours called container. So what we're going to end up putting here is pound container. Now this JACG, this is the actual function that he has, that he set up. This is the function he created in the file, which actually, just to go back to what we're doing, you notice how in our file, in our script file, we started off with when the document's ready, right, to execute stuff. Now check out what the JS file starts with. It starts with this function something, right? We're not going to be building actual functions, but this is how programmers actually build a function, and they call them a plugin. So this thing isn't going to do anything until it's called on. As you know, and it's still a JavaScript. Now our JavaScript file is going to start executing as soon as the document's ready to go. So alright, that's just kind of a little brief outline. Now let's see what else we got here. So it says, so he set it up that he put this call, he set up this function on it, and then look at that. So he's targeting the my own block in his code, and you see his ID over here is called my own block. So why don't we start just by copying and pasting this code into ours, and we could tweak it later to exactly how we want it, but we're just going to try to get it to work first. Now he's using this window.load function, and then he's ending it with the curly bracket parenthesis semicolon. So we don't need any of that. We just need where it starts. This declaration over here, the first two lines of this example, is really what we're after, all the way to the end. So let's copy that. We'll go back to our document, and let's put it, obviously you don't want to put it at where your jQuery ends, because this is after this is the end of the script that's going to execute when our thing downloads, our page downloads. So what I'm going to do, let me put in some a comment over here. Starts, what was it, JCG, I think that was it, plugin. Okay, and we'll just paste that right in there. Let's put container, right? And okay, now I know this isn't going to work yet. Why isn't it going to work yet? Because this jQuery JACG file is on my desktop. I haven't even linked it to my page yet. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Let me go to my Finder. So here's the file. So this is what I've just downloaded, right? And I was just looking at that demo page that I saw where he had that code, and so I don't need this demo page, and I don't need the jQuery because I'm already linking to it in my document. If you recall, I'm linking to it right from Google's CDN right over here, so I don't have to worry about any of that. All I need to do now is link to that file. What I want to do is put that file inside of my scripts folder and link to it just the way I did here. So first let me move that file into place. So again, I just downloaded it, but now I'm going to move it to my space where my project is. So my root folder is project 1, and inside of there, see, this is the dictionary list, and inside of there is scripts. And here's the my scripts.js. So don't get confused by this text shadow. This was just something I was experimenting with, and that's unnecessary. That has nothing to do with the text shadow that is just purely CSS driven. I'm going to move this jQuery into here, this jQuery.jacg.js plugin. Let me copy the name of this thing. I don't want to have to type this thing out. I just selected it to copy the name. And now I'm going to link to it just like this. I have it loaded up, and there it is. That's the file name. I know the path is, here's the path. I'm going to put the path in, and that's exactly where it's located relative to this HTML document. I'm going to copy this whole thing and take this and replace it in there. So you see what's happening. I just linked this JavaScript file, and it's in the same folder, except it's not script.js, it's here. This is the actual plugin, right? So let me move back, and now at least how I'll know is if I look at my, let me look right up here in Dreamweaver. If I go away and come back, there it is. It showed up, and when I click on it, it's there. So if all goes according to plan, I'm going to preview my document, and it's going to have this cool new gradient effect. Dude, it works.